Hi guys, welcome to the Eternal Quest Tarot and welcome to today's pick a pile reading. So we are doing another crush reading today, and for whatever the reason, this topic seems to be quite popular with either my viewers, people who have subscribed to my channel, or just for people who are looking for pick a pile readings. So as long as this topic remains popular, I will be posting on it on a regular basis because it does feel like it really helps people in some ways, big or small. So another crush reading for you today, and if you have watched this reading on my channel before, just know that I'm changing the structure of the reading a little bit. What I'm going to be including, other than looking at your person's thoughts and feelings towards you at this time. By the way, that background noise was my dog scratching at the door, which I will address in a second. So I will be looking at your person's thoughts and feelings, but I'm also going to be looking at their future intentions. What do they want should happen with you in this connection? What are they looking for at this time? So we will be adding that into the mix, and hopefully you'll find a pile that resonates with you, and also find your clarity and the answers that you are seeking at this time. So let's get into the pile selection. I have 3 piles to choose from as always. Pile 1 is this amethyst point with the bouquet card, and the words says compliments from an admirer. So that is for pile 1. Pile 2, you will be this antique pendant, kind of call it the bucket pendant, with this card, the box, and it says you will receive a gift. So that is for pile 2. Pile 3, you will be, I forgot the name of this crystal, but it's some kind of like smoky agate, but you know, black and gray crystal, with this card tulip, and it says great passion. So that is for pile 3. Timestamps to each of these readings are in the description box, or timestamps are in the description box below. So click on it and that will take you to your reading. I'll see you there. Hi pile 1, so this is for those of you that chose this beautiful amethyst point crystal and this card, bouquet, compliments from an admirer. We are going to see what your person's thoughts and feelings are towards you. By the way, I was reading a little bit in the booklet that comes with these tea leaf cards, which is the deck that these particular cards come from, the cards that I have today for my pile selection. And the booklet mentioned that, compliments from an admirer, but this could also mean that you receive compliments in general. So maybe there's a desire to compliment you, or maybe, this is a person, the person you're crushing on is someone who regularly appreciates you, compliments you, or, somehow the energy of really expressing their appreciation of you, that energy somehow is what I'm intuitively feeling is present in this connection. Maybe it's the kind of relationship where that regularly happens, or it also could be that you want to compliment them, or you're the one sending them compliments. So we are taking the energetic meaning of that card in a more generalistic sort of a way, rather than compliments from an admirer being very specific. So as I mentioned in the intro portion, I'm going to be looking at your person's thoughts and feelings towards you at this time, but I'm also going to be looking at their future intentions, which will come next. So what do they want in this connection? What do they intend to do in this relationship? So we are starting with the reversed 2 of Swords. Confusion. Definitely feeling confused and conflicted over something, not willing to take action, lacking clarity. But we'll see how rest of the reading pans out. So what are your person's thoughts and feelings towards you, pile 1? What are their thoughts and feelings towards you at this time? All my readings are supposed to be timeless, so whenever you find this reading is when it is intended. Oops, we have the 10 of Swords. Okay, what is going on, pile 1? 10 of Swords is kind of, you know, either it is speaking about a tendency to overthink, okay, or your person has already reached a point where they simply literally cannot think anymore. Like they have spent a lot of time like thinking about this connection, and even though there might be like feelings or instincts or intuition guiding them towards something, I kind of feel like this person is just very closed off to that idea. They are not willing to take any action. They literally, I feel like, you know, this is a chronic state of confusion, like feeling so blocked when it comes to this relationship and when it comes to like their own feelings towards you. It's literally like there is no mental clarity here. So I wonder what happened between the two of you. It would be interesting to know if you're willing to share your story in the comments. But certainly a lot of blocks, certainly feeling, you know, like an ending. Maybe this is someone that you have ended a sort of a relationship. Maybe either you were in a relationship with this person previously. I'm getting that energy. Or also it could be, you know, whatever type of connection you shared in the past that has ended, okay? Then we have the 7 of Cups. Look at that, confusion. How is your person feeling towards you? Pile 1. There's a lot of like emotional confusion. I feel like you thinking about you, or whenever your person does think about you, that just brings up so many different emotions within them. And I feel like they cannot really pinpoint on one particular thing. Then we have the 7 of Coins. Yeah, so they can't really like put a finger on the feelings maybe, or maybe they won't be able to identify that, you know, this is what I feel when I think about pile 1. But certainly there's a lot of emotional confusion. The 7 of Coins, it's possible that, you know, that this situation between the two of you might have been going on for a long time, okay? And both of you have been kind of patient in this with each other, or with the circumstances, or with the situation, whatever it is that is happening, for it to unfold, for it to play out, to give you the clarity, to give you the answers. But I just get this energy of like having been patient a lot with each other, or certainly that is how your person feels, that they have been like quite patient with you. It also is giving me the feeling that, like I said, like there's some history here. This is not somebody that is, you know how usually the crushes happen, in which like we know someone, or we meet someone and the person is very new to us. We don't know a lot about them. I feel like whether in a romantic capacity or in some other type of like connection, the two of you have connected before and there has been some kind of history. It almost feels like this person, from the 7 of Coins, excuse me, what I'm also getting is that this person had a certain set of expectations going into this relationship, and almost like they gave a lot of their time, a lot of their energy, a lot of their like resources to this connection. Like they have energetically invested a lot in this relationship. By the way, I'm noticing like a couple of dogs here, so both of you might be dog owners, or one of you might have a pet animal of some sorts. But yeah, there's a feeling that this person did have a lot of expectations going in. They still have certain expectations, but it's just that it seems like this connection has reached this difficult point of time where either the things might have ended, or there's so much confusion here that it's really difficult for this person to understand how to proceed, or what kind of progress to make, or understand this connection, understand their feelings towards you. Okay, so certainly, definitely, someone that you have had some sort of a history with, either in a friend capacity or some other type of connection. Then we have two cards that jumped off. We have the Eight of Swords, and we also have the Ace of Wands. Let's look at your bottom of the deck energy. Oh no, I don't want to look at the bottom of the deck energy as yet. But anyways, I'm going to draw clarifying cards for each of the cards, and I generally bring up the bottom of the deck energy after that. So pardon me, I misspoke. Yeah, so Eight of Swords, and we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so with the Ace of Wands energy, I feel like this person really truly wants some sort of a new beginning with you, and this could be something that they want as a new opportunity to connect, a renewal in the connection, if this is something that has ended right now, or something, some new leaf to turn over, like turn the page to a new chapter, and be at that beginning of a new chapter, be at that avenue where there is some sort of hope for a future with this connection. So that certainly is coming up. However, again, I feel like when it comes to manifesting that, or actually creating an opportunity that would kind of look like the Ace of Wands, I feel like this person is seriously blocked. We have the Eight of Swords, and that card is of our own limiting beliefs. So that there are certain things that are getting in the way, and which come from within your person's like thought process, or how they view the situation, how they are mentally processing it. There are certain blocks that kind of make them feel like there's not much room to grow for this connection. I would love to get the clarifying cards and sort of get the larger context of what sort of story these cards are trying to weave, and what are they trying to tell us here. But Eight of Swords is literally their own limiting beliefs, and their inability to like think from a solution oriented place. Right now they're feeling very stuck. Okay, maybe it is like just the nature of your relationship with each other, or how from what point it has evolved to this romantic interest in between the two of you. With the Ace of Wands, I definitely do feel that they have a crush on you as well, and have a desire to explore that with you, if not to like take it to an extreme sort of end, or envisioning a certain outcome. Not as yet, not with these cards. We are going to look into their intentions and what they truly desire, because with that portion of the reading, like we will be really able to see like what is the motivation, what is motivating your person to keep connecting with you, or to keep like engaging with you, or to keep themselves in a place where they are still desiring of connection with you. But there's certainly, with the Ace of Wands, there's definitely a sense of attraction and interest and crushing on you as well. But as I said, that's something within this person like really causes a lot of confusion, and it's almost like they have driven themselves to a dead end, literally, okay, by overthinking it. There might be a time or a phase that this person has gone through when they have really thought a lot about you, thought a lot about this connection, and tried to work this confusion that they're feeling, or were feeling at the time, or even are feeling right now. But it's almost like there's an incapacity anymore in this person to they are incapable. Sorry, that is what I was trying to say. They've literally reached a point where they're incapable of further like mental processing. Okay, and they seem to be kind of just waiting. But let's draw the clarifying cards to see what this person is waiting about. But first, we'll see what this confusion is about. Okay, I feel like with the reverse Two of Swords energy, in its upright position as well, the two of cards is a card of mental conflict. This is literally being in a place of indecision, not being able to decide, not being able to pick a plan of action or choose between two options, not knowing what to do. So this makes me feel like maybe this person is married or is in another significant like connection as well at this time. So that could be like the confusion, choosing between like what to do, what not to do. For some of you, I'm getting that it could be representative of having to choose between you and another person. But at this time, like with the reversed coming up, this to me speaks of sort of not even actively dwelling on the confusion and sort of taking some time apart and stepping away from it, disconnecting from it and letting it lie, and not pondering over it, or however they were assessing in the past, like maybe they were making a pros and cons list or comparing the two or whatever it is that they were doing in the past. I feel like this is just, reaching an impasse kind of, and not being able to choose, not being able to pick and choose between whatever it is that is conflicted in their minds, okay? Which for some of you, as I said, I'm getting the energy of another connection here, okay? So let's clarify each of these cards. What's the reversed Two of Swords energy for pile one's person? What is the reverse Two of energy? Oh, sorry. Two of Swords, reverse Two of Swords energy for pile one's person. We have the Three of Swords. Look at that. So I feel like, the reason why this person might have at this point of time, like really either actively like stop thinking about it or drop the issue, or like not really working on resolving this reverse Two of Swords, is potentially avoiding some kind of heartbreak or some kind of heartache, which I feel like is an inevitable kind of outcome that might happen if this person were to decide, that is, pick between one path and choose one path over the other, or do something about this relationship, to act like, let's say they were to get out of this confusion and these conflicting thoughts that they have, then they would find themselves in a place of actually taking some action, making some decisions, planting a seed, like going towards the next steps. And I feel like your person in that case knows that it would lead to some kind of heartbreak. Either they would be breaking somebody else's heart, which, as I said, for some of you, I am getting that energy of a third party. But if not, it could also be like the pain that they might invite in, or the things that they will have to deal with, and that might be painful if they were to make a decision, or if they were to do something about the situation. Another message that I'm getting is past pains, so relationships in the past where this person has been involved with, that have caused them considerable amount of heartache and pain. The fear of repeating that could also be stopping this person, or kind of keeping them in that passive and not really acting on resolving this internal conflict that they feel within themselves right now. Okay, so it could be both, it could be one of those reasons. What's the Ten of Swords energy? What's the Ten of Swords energy? What's the Ten of Swords energy for Pile 1's person? We have the Queen of Wands. I'm gonna have to revisit it and probably even clarify that a little bit. But while I allow that message to come step into my consciousness, I'm gonna clarify the Seven of Cups energy. One of the messages that I'm really getting from that Queen of Swords, we have the Ace of Coins for the Seven of Cups. Yeah, one of the messages that I'm getting with this Queen of Wands energy is, you know, again, a third party, you know, type of energy where it's like they might be going through some sort of an ending of a relationship with another third party. Now, if this is not the case and you know for sure that this person is not in another connection, then this Queen of Wands I feel like represents your energy, where your person might be quite intimidated, I feel like, by you. And this is not to say that like you are doing something wrong here, but I feel like there's a part of, you know, maybe how you present yourself or your expectations in this relationship, or, you know, their perceived sense of what would satisfy you or make you happy in terms of, you know, the things that they can offer. And there's certainly like some type of new beginning that this person knows that they have to offer to you. And almost like, as I said in the beginning of this reading, I'm getting the energy that this is not someone that is like brand new, and not someone that you're just meeting and you're like, you know, connecting with them but from that, you know, place of having a clean slate for the two of you. I do feel like this is someone that you have spent a substantial amount of time with, and there is some, maybe unspoken, but there is some understanding of expectations that the two of you have from each other, okay? And there's a lot with this person, even with the first row of cards that we got for you. There's a lot of like this hesitation and feeling blocked and not knowing like what to do. And I almost feel like this person doesn't know like what would or what they can do at this point of time to really meet your standards or to make you happy. Maybe this is something that they know, you have had a conversation about this, or maybe something that they intuitively know that, you know, pile one person will not stand for a half-ass offer, or like something that doesn't really feel right to pile one. Or maybe your enthusiasm or your spirit or your drive and your desire, your person sees that towards them and towards this connection. And I feel like at this point of time there's something that scares them, that almost like overwhelms them, that doesn't allow for them. It's almost like there's a mismatch between what you expect this person to do and what they are actually willing to do at this point of time, or actually capable of doing at this point of time. What they are capable of and of offering to you, and what they might be willing to do at this point of time, may be far less than what you expect. And it's almost like even with this new beginning, the Ace of Coins represents, you know, starting something new, planting a new seed, making an offering of some kind, a new beginning, you know. The kind of beginnings that comes with the Ace of Coins or the Ace of Pentacles is typically one that will push you out of your comfort zone. So there is some, you know, leaving behind of the familiar and what you knew. Like, for example, in this card, this angel is sitting with the ace of, with a coin, representing the Ace of Coins, of course. But on the horizon, outside the cave that she's in right now, is where the growth is bound to happen. I mean, she knows that she has to leave her comfort zone, and she has to really take this inspiration, this idea, and in order to allow it to grow, she has to leave her cave and she has to plant the seed in a new environment, which is where it's going to grow. And when it comes to that, whether they would be able to like leave their comfort zone or leave like the previous roles that they have been playing in their life, or, you know, what have you, whatever, you know, gives them a sense of things being the same, status quo, this person is really confused. Like, can they really step up and again meet you at your level? Because there's something here that they don't think that they will be able to do in a way that really checks all your boxes or satisfies you in a way. And they know that you're so deserving of so much more. All this holds true even if this is talking about a third person, and there's some sort of an ending that they are either going through, or they know that they have to end the previous connection in order to move forward with you. Even if that's the case, I feel like there is, with the Seven of Cups energy, there's literally like a lack of clarity with this person. So it will be interesting to see what the Seven of Coins is about. Is it, you know, the Seven of Coins, is it talking about your person just kind of waiting and seeing, you know, how things pan out, and like waiting for life to bring them the answers, the clarity that they would need in order to like go forth in this connection? Or is this something else? You know, that's what I want to see. So what is the Seven of Pentacles energy here for Pal One's person? What's the Seven of Pentacles energy? We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so I'm leaning more towards, you know, the Seven of Pentacles being a combination, if you will, of both those things, meaning like they are waiting in some ways for things to unfold and for life to provide them with answers. But at the same time, even though there's a part of them that's kind of keeping that door open in terms of, you know, this connection and like furthering things with you and wanting to explore this in a more meaningful way, more with more depth, that is, I feel like there's a part of them that's also quite unavailable to that opportunity, and it might be coming from their wounded side. So Nine of Wands is definitely a wounded energy. It is the walls and resistances that we put up around ourselves. So this person has been through a lot. I mean, we have the Three of Swords energy, and we also have the Ten of Swords, possibly like, you know, another person in this connection. So we have that energy where, you know, this person is prone to overthinking, and on top of that there is indication of this person having been through a lot or going through a lot in other areas of their lives, and feeling conflicted, feeling confused, and a lot of feelings getting triggered at this point of time. So there's definitely like there's that exhaustion and that defensiveness, like wanting to protect their energy. So it's almost like on one hand, the person is waiting to see what happens with you and how things naturally unfold. And that I feel is because of this feeling of desire that they have towards you. But I also, at the same time, there's this energy of your person being cautious and wanting to keep things at bay and not like engage or enmesh themselves too much, if that makes sense, because I feel like there's a lot going on. There's a lot that this person is handling with that Nine of Wands energy. So there's a part of them that's really not ready for let's say a full-blown relationship, or to explore things further, or even to open that door and act on that desire. So definitely the desire is there, but do not think that this person is going to, act on it. Dropped so many cards there. I apologize for my clumsiness. Sorry about that, one. So what is that Eight of Swords energy for Pile 1's person? Let's see. We have the Page of Cups. Look at that. This person, I feel like at times also fantasizes almost about and daydreams. Okay, there's a very dreamy quality to our pages, which is very like yes, it's a very sweet romantic kind of energy, but there's also naivety and also almost a childlike, or must I use the word childish, almost feels like childish sort of fantasizing and daydreaming. And I feel like this person daydreams about, you know, talking to you about their feelings and really bringing this up in a conversation, like letting you know, hey, I like you, and you know, there are these feelings of attraction, desire that I have towards you, but are they likely to act on it, and are they likely to tell you in the very near future how they feel? I don't think so, because again, we have limiting beliefs. First of all, I'm looking at the Queen of Wands and the Page of Coins, and Page of Cups, and certainly if they see themselves as, you know, the Page of Cups, or that's the place where they are, you know, fantasizing or daydreaming about the possibility of this relationship, then there's certainly a very big mismatch in how they view themselves and how they view you. And in that case, I would definitely say that, you know, this person is intimidated by you. Okay, they might see you as far more. There might literally be an age difference between you and this person, or if not chronological age, there's definitely a difference in levels of maturity between the two of you and how they are acting within this situation, or what this is bringing out in your person. So they might be like very attracted. In fact, what I feel like they're attracted to you is how sure and how confident your energy is. I feel like you have demonstrated to this person a side of you that might be passionate, or you might have spoken about your passions, you might have spoken about your plans, they might know about your life, or, you know, maybe it was expressed, or maybe these days, you know, social media, all our life's details is just one click away, right? So maybe it's something that they, you know, I have a feeling that they keep an eye on you. Okay, I'm getting that from the Page of Cups' energy. And look at the scroll the page is holding in one of his hands, his left hand to be more specific. And I feel like there's all these things that this person wants to say to you, but of course, like with the Eight of Swords, they might be seriously talking themselves out of it and kind of like believing the negative part of their mind, or the naysaying part, and, you know, be more focused on what could be the potential problems if they were to express themselves. So yes, there is desire, and like I said, they have a serious like level of admiration for you and your energy, but at this point of time, I feel like this person with the other things that are going on with them, and there's also like a lack of self-confidence that is coming through. Okay, I need a sip of water before I draw my next card. Okay, so let's look at what that Ace of Wands energy is. What is that Ace of Wands energy for pile one's person? Oops. What is the Ace of Wands energy? We have the reversed Six of Coins. Yeah, so like I said, there is a desire to further this connection, maybe even take, a step towards you, or ask you out, or what have you, like whatever that, first step means to this person. But there is a serious belief that this person will not be able to meet you again at your level or match your energy in this connection, which is coming through in its upright position. The Six of Pentacles is a balanced give and take between two people. There's equal partnership. There's also like both the persons in a connection with the upright Six of Pentacles. They're coming from this belief that they deserve each other and they are equal partners. But as soon as the card is reversed, that equation is out the window. So there's one person that is really viewing this connection as being imbalanced in some ways. Okay, bottom of the deck energy, we have the King of Cups. Okay, very surprising. So the King of Cups, this tells me that maybe this person is not younger in terms of like chronological age. It does feel to me that, this person is capable of experiencing like intense emotions. But then what might be happening here is that this person is keeping themselves away or keeping you away from them, and not letting this connection grow beyond a certain point with some kind of like strategy in mind. And I don't mean to say like they are planning out something, but there's a purpose and a reason behind. Like it almost makes me feel like for your person, keeping this connection still at the crush stage, or like, admiring you from afar. It could be that, first of all, like a lot of heavy emotions that this person is dealing with. I'm noticing how the king is holding an arrow, and he's also looking at the ship that is traveling on water and going away from the from the king. So this could be, them really dealing with the past pains, the past, bad experiences in relationships that they have had, betrayals and whatnot. And they're also like looking at certain things that they might be leaving their life, that is, other connections ending or other type of endings, letting go of certain things. But certainly I feel like this person is capable of a lot, much more than they're actually delivering in this connection. So we're already at 36 minutes. So let's quickly look at their thoughts and feelings through some of the oracle cards, and then we'll move to their intentions in the future with this connection, or what do they want out of this situation, and how do they see it progressing in the near future. But let's look at the oracle messages. We have indecisive. Yeah, we got that energy already. I know my inability to make decisions hurts you. I think this person, as I said previously when I was getting the energy from Swords, I would probably, more be leaning towards this person knowing that they have to make a decision, but not doing so at this time. Um, it's almost like they understand everything, but it's somewhat of a selfish or self-protective strategy at this point of time. Habits, I don't know if we will ever change. So maybe this is something, like I said, the quality or the kind of relationship that this was. There's definitely some history behind the two of you and the capacity within which you connected with each other. Your person is not sure if that is going to change or alter enough for you to allow for a different type of connection to grow between the two of you. Okay, what are the thoughts and feelings? We have self-love. I'm still trying to heal. Yeah, we are getting that from your tarot spread as well. If you have been watching this reading so far, like I said, there's certainly certain heavy things that this person is working through, maybe even healing the pain coming out of this Three of Swords. There's certainly like a need. I feel like this person feels that they need to focus on their own healing, okay, at this point of time. So aware of the crush that you have on them, and maybe even feeling like they have a crush on you too, but unwilling almost to do anything about it. Mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. Okay, so for some of you, they might be thinking about the mistakes that they have made in this connection, or it could be, just dealing with that heavy energy of regret and having to learn from their mistakes and wanting to be better or heal through that, okay? But I really get the sense that there is something, some really heavy mental, emotional processing that this person is doing at this point of time. So, one last card from this deck before we move into what are their future plans with you. We have irreplaceable. The way you love cannot be matched. Wow, look at that. So I feel like, this person has a capacity to understand your value, your beauty, and maybe they even know that if they allow for this connection to unfold, that they would have your absolute, dedication, that this could probably grow into the kind of relationship where, the kind of love that you share with each other is unmatched, okay? Maybe some of you have had a history with this person, as I said, where they have seen you loving other people in other capacities or in other romantic relationships. Somehow they know that the emotional investment that you would bring into this connection would be great, but I feel like our King of Cups is not yet ready for it, okay? So let's, before this reading gets like super duper long, let's go into their intentions. I'm going to get another tarot card, or I am using another tarot card for that portion, or for this portion, where we are looking into what they want to happen in the future with you, what are their intentions, and are they going to take any actions in the near future or distant future. I will try and give you a sense of timeline as well, for those of you that are wondering. We have the Seven of Pentacles again. So this situation, I feel like right off the bat is going to require some patience. If you are willing to be patient and wait around for this person, it's just not something that I am ever going to tell you that you should be waiting for them. You should be like, putting your life on hold or putting other options on hold. But if you do decide, and if that is what you want to do, this is going to require patience from you, okay? So certainly not anytime soon. I feel like they still want to, with Seven of Pentacles coming up as their intention, they still want to wait and see. I feel like part of them also wonders if you will be patient and stick around, or if like you'll move on. We have the Three of Swords. So yeah, for the foreseeable future, it kind of looks like this person is going to keep working on that energy of self-love, healing, whatever is hurting their heart, whatever pain that they are going through right now. Okay, this card wanted to come in. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is, you know, the desire, or I don't want to say intention, but kind of having that inkling, that desire to take some kind of like concrete action. So in future, but this person might come up to you with an offer, but with the Page of Pentacles, it's a very slow moving energy. And even if they were to make a move, I feel like they wouldn't have a very solid plan or a strategy. It would still be, you know, let's go out on a date and, you know, let's talk some more. Let's get to know each other and spend some time with each other, and then let's see what happens. So that kind of energy I'm getting from the Page of Pentacles, which by the way could be something that is totally all right with you. We have the Ten of Swords again. Almost feel like this person, even if, you know, let's say they are, or they were to come to you in the near future, which near future is usually a time period of 3 to 6 months from right now, from when you're watching this reading, not from the upload date. All my readings are intended to be timeless. So from when you're watching this reading, I'm talking about a time phase of 3 to 6 months. So I feel like even if this person comes back to you, you are bound to notice that they are quite exhausted, okay? Having gone through what this person has gone through in their life, and, you know, sort of just coming out of that phase and venturing out into the world of prospective like relationships, or like trying to start something new, there will be a level of exhaustion that this person is bound to radiate. Okay, they might also be quite passive when it comes to this connection. Like at this point of time, at least, I don't feel like there's an active desire for this coming from this person to do anything else, or like anything more in this relationship. So it might still continue to be that way, to be, you know, more of a passive stance on letting things be. And like I said, you might very quickly know that this person, not that there is a lack of interest, but there is literally, I almost feel like this person needs a time to rest and to recuperate and to heal, to regroup. Okay, like this is not what the next step is that they're stepping into, this connection or any other connection for that matter. So unfortunately, again, if this is something that was difficult to hear by one, I'm sorry about that. King of Swords, yeah. In romantic or love readings, I do not like the Knight of Swords. That wasn't the King of Swords, by the way, the Knight of Swords energy. And bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I don't like the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords can be quite thoughtless and quite reckless. They are, first of all, they are very quick to like jump to conclusions, or very quick to make decisions. So what I'm getting overall is that this person, first of all, with the Two of Pentacles, there will still always be what looks like confusion in this person's mind when it comes to this connection. And again, this has to do everything to do with like what this person is coming out of and the state of mind that they are coming out of, from their past. And the Knight of Swords, they might come across like as charming and, have a way with words, but underneath it all, I feel like a Knight of Swords has a lot to go through in terms of his or her personal development. Like when we are in a headspace or when we are stuck in a vibe where we are acting a lot faster than we probably should, or reactive, or like being thoughtless, there's a part of our own selves that we have not worked on, we have not healed, and therefore like we are more prone to these reckless decisions. So I feel like any kind of attempt at connection that this person might talk about or might let it might not be as well thought out or sincere. It might just be a half-hearted attempt at distraction even, okay, from this person. So let's look at your last set of oracle cards, their energy in the future. At best, a very casual relationship with this person seems to be possible, okay? And again, like I said, it might be something that you're looking for as well. So not gonna tell you what to do here, whether to entertain this energy or not. It just simply, is my narrative based on the cards that I see. So bear that in mind. It just might be the thing that you're looking for, in which case it's all good news. We have loss, grief, depression. Yeah, still going through a lot of pain. I feel like this person will take a lot of time to heal through the pain that they are going through in order to be available for a real relationship. Okay, they can be available for casual flings and connections that don't really go anywhere, where there's not a lot of depth. They might, like I said, might just be a distraction, chasing thrills, excitement, and just focused on temporary good times. So I was getting that energy from that Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can or tends to be like that, very focused about in the moment happiness, but there's not a lot of depth to it. So stress, turbulence, tension, and arguments. So stress, that's the energy of the Nine of Swords, but typically can lead to Ten of Swords very quickly, where if the person is feeling very stressed out already, then they are incapable of any kind of like meaningful verbal exchange, or talking to them about things that matter is already an impossibility. And if you were to do that, might lead to turbulence, obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. I feel like, again, being the typical Knight of Swords, this person will not give you the clarity about the connection, because there is no clarity. Like, they themselves do not know what is going on within themselves, how they feel truly towards you. So there you go. Like I said, this is just like messages from Spirit. These are not my messages. So I empathize with you if it is something that was difficult to hear at this time. But having said that, I certainly hope that the reading still did help you, that it gave you the clarity that you needed, gave you some of the answers to maybe some important questions that you had in mind. And if it did help you in any way, big or small, consider leaving this video a like and consider subscribing to stay back for more future readings to come. Thank you so much for being here, Pile 1, and sharing your energy on my space. And I will hopefully see you in my next reading. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. This is for those of you that resonated with this antique bucket-shaped pendant, and this card, the box, it says, "You will receive a gift." And I was taking a look at the meaning of this card in the guidebook that comes with the tea leaf oracle cards, which is where this particular card comes from, and it actually means, you know, receiving a gift, but at this time there is somewhat of a mystery around who's going to give you that gift and what the gift will be about. So there's like some gifts, like an actual gift that is coming your way, or it could be gift of the situation, the circumstance, the person, and even spiritual lesson is viewed as a gift. So as is the nature of the tea leaf cards, the message of the card itself is very vague, and we'll see how it fits into the reading, if it does at all. Sometimes it doesn't, but as I mentioned in the intro portion, we will be looking at your person's current thoughts and feelings towards you, the person you're having a crush on, and I'm also going to go into their future intentions. So what do they want for this connection? What do they want to see happen in the future with you? What are their intentions, so to speak, if any? So we will take a look at that as well in the second portion of the reading. But first, let's start with their current energy, which is a combination of their thoughts and feelings towards you right now. So pile 2, what are your person's thoughts and feelings towards you? What are your person's thoughts and feelings towards you at this time? We have the Four of Cups. Okay. So the Four of Cups is one of the cards that can talk about, or one of the things that the cards can talk about, that this card can talk about, is rejection. Okay. And rejection due to like not feeling very engaged or very interested in the opportunity, and in this sense the opportunity could be an opportunity to connect with you, to further this connection. Okay, so I feel like this person is at this time quite closed off, and they might be able to see that there's this opportunity to connect with you, in the sense that they might be aware that, you know, you have an interest in them, that you have a crush on them, but they might not be very willing or open, but we'll see. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay. What is your person's... Whoops. This also could be the Four of Cups, that is. It also could be like just a general state of mind that this person might find themselves in right now, you know, where they are battling a mental health issue like depression, or just going through a rough phase in life. With the Queen of Wands, I kind of feel that, you know, first of all, this person is attracted to you, that they have noticed you, certainly, that they know of your interest. They might also be quite intimidated because of that fact. The Queen of Wands can actually be quite intimidating, but also exciting at the same time. If you approach them, or your behavior towards them has been one that has always displayed your confidence and your passion, your fire, I feel like your person sees that, and they might even be intimidated, as I said, but at the same time, you know, they do come across, like their energy comes across as mostly leaning towards like not willing to play right now, okay? Not available. Oh, we have the Three of Swords. That explains the Four of Cups. Like I said, this person is definitely going through something, maybe a past pain, maybe a relationship that has ended, or their past experiences in connections have not been that great, and they're still in the process of, like, I think, processing that pain. So definitely a heavy heart, going through a lot. Is what is coming up. So what is your person's energy towards you? Pile 2. What are their thoughts and feelings? We have the Four of Wands, okay? What is going on here? You know, another message that I'm getting for the Queen of Wands, this literally could be talking about a bad experience in the past when it comes to relationships, and could be talking about a specific person that this person has had dealings with in the past, and the situation did not go really well. I mean, we definitely have Three of Swords breaking this person's heart. So we also have the Four of Wands energy. As I said, the Four of Wands can talk about celebration. It can talk about a sense of stability, or like laying the foundation for something. So I feel like, you know, the emotional pain that this person has at this time, it could be like, let's say, an engagement coming to an end, or, you know, even their marriage breaking up, or the loss of something which made them feel, you know, stable and secure. And at this time, I feel like, followed by, you know, like the Four of Swords, this person might also be contemplating, like seriously taking some time to think about what they want to do next, or what a sense of security and stability means from them. I feel like this person is very much like wanting to feel how these people in the Four of Wands card feel, which is, you know, like happy, celebrating something, laying the foundation, so start of something new. But there's a lot of joy, community, a sense of belonging that is portrayed with the Four of Wands here. And I feel like this person might still be figuring out like what that means to them, okay, or how they are going to create their own Four of Wands, okay. But overall, I would say like this person is quite unavailable, okay, which is very funny. I got a similar energy from pile 1's spread as well, if not exactly the same, but it was very similar, in which, like, you know, there was a certain amount of unavailability. So it's not exactly the same, but yes, it was definitely similar. But basically this looks like, you know, there's a lot going on with this person, and any kind of like disinterest they have towards you, or, you know, not willing to play, not willing to engage, that kind of an energy. It's coming from, you know, everything that is going on in their life and what they have been through, their past maybe, and nothing to do with you, okay? So let's clarify each of these cards. What is the bigger context for the Four of Cups energy for pile 2? What is the Four of Cups energy for pile 2? We have the King of Wands, okay. Interesting, interesting. And then we have the Queen of Wands here. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands to get a better idea. What is the Queen of Wands energy for pile 2? Pile 2's person. What is the Queen of Wands energy for pile 2's person? We have the King of Swords. Okay. All court cards. Okay. I kind of feel like what this person might be dealing with specifically, and this might be something that you're aware of and might also be applicable to few of you, if not all of you, but I kind of feel like, you know, this is a case of your person having been cheated on, okay? So maybe the partner that they were with the last time, or the spouse or the relationship that they were in, this person has really had their heart broken through betrayal. I feel like there was somebody else that came into the mix and kind of created this love triangle type of situation, okay? And I feel like King of Wands is like our person, or the person that you have a crush on that we are reading on, and this King of Swords represents, you know, this other person coming in to the equation and sort of causing this separation from the Queen of Wands. And now, in cases where you know that there has not been like any kind of like past relationship for this person to have experienced betrayal and, you know, to have had, you know, this backstabbing being done to them, this is talking about this person, they do feel feelings for you, okay? So there is mutual attraction. I would say that, and I would say that even when, you know, even in the other scenario, which is like this person having gone through betrayal, there's certainly a sense of this person feeling attracted to you, okay? Not that in that case I'm saying that the other person that this person was in a relationship with and the one that betrayed them is you. No, that's not what I'm saying. But despite either, you know, that being the case, or just plain and simply put, this person is going through a lot, that being the case, I feel like there's still attraction that they feel towards you. But in cases where, you know, they are not nursing a wound coming from a previous relationship, I feel like right now they are remaining quite emotionally detached and not experiencing like deep emotions when it comes to you, okay? They are thinking, they're depending more on their logical side, their analytical side, and like thinking things over rather than allowing themselves to feel for you. And of course their capacity to feel is coming across as blocked, okay? We have 3 cards, every alternate card that is, to indicate or that talks about that kind of blockage, and maybe, you know, there are some heavy emotions that this person is dealing with and heartache that they are nursing at this point of time. So they are quite incapable of doing that, of feeling things, of feeling their way through this connection. But there's certainly, they see that you are interested. First of all, they know that you have a crush on them, and possibly they have a crush on you as well. But we have this King of Wands that's kind of has one of his palms over the heart space, and they're quite inactive in the card, in the sense like we don't have somebody like getting up and like about to do something regarding this like passion, desire that they feel. So it might be just at the level of physical attraction, finding you physically attractive, okay? And again, for those of you that know that they have been going through some sort of a breakup, coming from a betrayal in their past relationship, this person is, again, this is what makes them quite wary of connections, and they're unavailable for it, and sort of taking their time to rest and recuperate and regroup and, just get better first before they are able to act on it. So let's see the Three of Swords energy. What is the Three of Swords energy for pile 2's person? What's the Three of Swords energy? We have the Knight of Coins. So the Knight of Coins, one of the things that, stands out to me with the Knight of Coins, first of all, it's a very slow-moving knight. But if you take a closer look in almost any of the renditions of this Knight of Coins card, the Knight of Coins is heavily armored on its horse and during his or her journey into the future. So there is an element of wanting to protect itself. There's an element of fear and being fearful out of the uncertainties that come with, being out there or putting yourself out there or being on a journey. So what slows down essentially the Knight of Pentacles is its own, archetypal characteristics, where this knight wants to be very sure and very certain of the future and wants to know all the answers and the path that will unfold coming up. He wants to know all the details, he or she, of course. But there's also, this need to know all the details is coming from the fear of the future. So I feel like even if this person does have a desire to do something about this crush situation, which I am getting from your person now that we have the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like they are likely to move super slow. And that is, of course, again, because of the past experiences that this person has had when it comes to love and relationship, the betrayal, if that is the case with your person. Okay, so even though there might be a desire to, get out of it and then put themselves out there and open up for relationships, this person is likely to move super slow. Even if they're to become open and available for this relationship, that's going to happen super slow as well, I feel. So what is this Four of Wands energy for pile 2's person? We have the Queen of Swords. I certainly am getting I'm leaning more towards that energy or that storyline where it's this person having been betrayed or, ending a relationship from the past, because the Queen of Swords can be this embittered, woman or man, but somebody who has had, some kind of challenge or pain when it comes to long-term relationships and stability and, have had their heart broken. I'm going to get more clarification of that, but there's certainly this energy of your person being hesitant now or having sort of a revised idea of what long-term stability means for this person. I'm kind of getting the energy of somebody who's not viewing that possibility from a too emotional standpoint, if that makes sense. Somehow they are recalibrating, rethinking of what this means to them, and there are far less emotions involved now in their definition than what would have been the case before they experienced pain in this connection. So there is someone that is quite influencing. I feel like this is the energy of a person more so. Could also be, you know, past pain or the influence of the kind of trauma that comes from our childhood. I'm also getting like mother, matron type wives, like mother figure type of wives, that primary caregiver, having affected this person's, you know, ability to be present in a stable relationship, or maybe they do not come from a stable household. If you know that about them, you know, they have not experienced that, I'm getting for some of you. So definitely challenged when it comes to their ideas about love, commitment, and long-term relationships. What is the Four of Swords energy for pile 2's person? What's the Four of Swords energy? We have the Five of Wands. Yeah, so still feeling very conflicted. I feel like, you know, this person, when it comes to you and when it comes to their thoughts and feelings towards you, every time maybe when they interact with you or think about you, this person feels very conflicted as to like what to do, because like I said, their energy seems to be very occupied elsewhere, and to begin with there's a lot of like holding back and hesitation, because this person has been through the ringer like when it comes to relationships. And I feel like at this point of time they are less likely to act on, or you know, they're not going to anytime soon, I feel like, act on their feelings, whatever they are, because of this conflict that they feel. I mean, this conflict literally makes them incapable of taking any kind of action towards you or towards this relationship. And they might actively be really meditating upon like what their feelings are, trying to discern like what they want to do, what their thoughts are about the future, what decision they should make, okay, when it comes to you and this relationship, this connection, this crush, or this could just be like talking about how conflicted this person's energy is right now in general as well when it comes to, you know, love and connections, because we began with the Four of Cups, which, you know, keeps drawing my attention and kind of making me feel like this. In general, this person seems quite closed off to the possibility of a serious, stable love relationship, okay? So even if there is energy exchange or words exchange between the two of you, they are quite superficial at this point of time. And behind the scenes, like stepping away from that, otherwise this person might be doing some heavy thinking. I feel like this person needs to rest and recuperate and really take the time to think these things through right now. Let's look at your bottom of the deck energy. We have the reversed Tower. Look at that. So in its upright position, this Tower can talk about breakups. This Tower can talk about like coming upon some deep realization that really shake us to our core, that really change our view of reality, that really, you know, change our state of being. But in its upright position, the lessons that this kind of a sudden, unexpected change or happening, usually it comes with a lot of pain, but in its upright position, I would say this person is in the process of integrating the lessons that they needed to learn at this time. But I feel like with the reverse Tower moment, they're quite hesitant. Their energy might still be hung up on like what happened in the past, either in another connection or whatever this disruption might have been. I think it was big enough to like really cause a lot of pain to this person, and them having lost a sense of who they are, their old self, that really being challenged. And after a tower moment, typically we have to, like I said, in integrating the lessons that we learn through that, we are typically made to go on a journey of self-discovery and sort of rewriting what everything means to us and where we stand in life. But I feel like this person is still struggling with those internal processes, okay? There might be certain realizations as well that this person has had about themselves, but they might be very much struggling at this point of time to integrate those changes and integrate those realizations into their lives. So I must say, having a crush on someone is typically quite a light-hearted situation, but these readings, even for pile 1 and now yours pile 2, today's just the day where I'm tapping into stories that have quite a lot of like heavy emotions that seem to be the case, okay, that seem to be at the forefront. But let's go into oracle messages and look at your person's thoughts and feelings towards you, get further insight into that. So overall, I would say they're in their own world. They're not available for a real stable relationship, connection. They might be even half attentive, even if there is an awareness with that King of Wands of, you know, the crush they have on you, or like the crush you have on them. I kind of feel like it's possible that their attention is half-hearted, you know, and not like totally focused on you. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. We have overwhelmed. Look at that. The stress from this is draining me. So this, as in, I don't think it is you or the crush situation. I just feel like this person, like I said, they're occupied. Their energy seems occupied elsewhere. They're quite overwhelmed with everything that is going on, which explains, you know, why we have the Four of Swords and them feeling the need to remain disconnected from everything. We have reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. While I don't think that this is talking about this person being away from you per se, I feel like, again, that energy of Four of Swords, taking the time to think deeply, reflect, meditate on their state and process whatever they have been through, has allowed this person and continues to allow them to gain whatever clarity they need at this time. Then we have mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. So probably this person, you know, the big realizations that they might be resisting at this point of time. This could also be to do with past regrets, the way that, you know, they might have conducted themselves, or maybe there were some mistakes they made in past relationships. And there's a lot of regret, which could also be that Three of Swords energy. Could be a part of the Three of Swords energy that is. I almost feel like this person might be over-analyzing, you know, their mistakes at this point of time. Look at how focused this person on the card is, and like really trying to think, you know, what went wrong, how can I correct myself, course correction going forward, and all that. We have time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. So at this time, definitely, like, I would say they're not available for a real connection. And, you know, they might know that, you know, if anything were to happen between the two of you, which I do feel like they do have, you know, somewhat of a desire, but they are unwilling to act now. They might know that you might be waiting for too long, and in that case, are you going to wait around, or, you know, is it going to be, you know, when they're ready, by the time they're ready, if they are at all, you have moved on because it's just too late, you know? So there's definitely a lot of patience that will be needed from you, which again, eerily similar to Pile 1's energy. if you were attracted to that pile, I would say watch it. It's very similar. Understanding, I see your side of this story. While I don't think that this, it could be true for you if you've had a history with this person. And if in fact, this past relationship that I have been talking about is coming from like your relationship to them, then the message of this card applies. But I feel like if not, if this is like you don't share a history with them, then this person is busy with understanding what the other relationship and what their history means, just getting a deeper understanding. And I'm also noticing like pictures of children in this card, and I was getting like inner child trauma or childhood trauma. Maybe they are spending time understanding more of that, and really seeing things from that perspective, like how their childhood trauma could have affected them. So a lot of inner work, a lot of inner healing. Bottom of the deck, we have a space. I need more time to think. So yeah, like I said, right now I'm not getting a very open, available energy from this person. And I'm sorry if that's not the message you wanted to hear, but I would rather tell you as is. Now, we are going to go into the future intentions. What do they want to happen with you? If anything, like what are their intentions? What does this person desire in the near future with you? What is this person? And this part of the reading can sometimes be like so pleasantly surprising. And spirit can come in and can be like, yeah, they're going through a lot, but they're going to quickly get over it. So I don't know what to expect. I really don't know. Let's see. We have the Page of Swords. So will this person come out of this dark, depressive, self-focused, focused on their healing kind of a phase? Yes, they will. Okay. There's also possibility for some of you that you will hear from this person. If, you've been hoping that they talk to you or they come up and say something to you, I feel like they will be more communicative, if not extremely communicative, because we're still at the Page stage of things. We're not at the King of Swords, where it's like, this person knows what they want to say. It's like sure and clear about their communication. We're still at the Page stage, so there's still some clarity that is lacking, but there's definitely a desire for saying something. Let's see how this pans out. We have the Eight of Swords next. So I feel like this person still has an inability to look at, how do I call it, the positive prospects of this connection with you. They might still, be more focused on or sort of held back because of their own limiting beliefs. There's something that they're unable to resolve in terms of like a solution or possibility when it comes to this connection. They are more prone to listen to that naysaying negative side of their minds. So there's still something that, makes this person hold themselves back when it comes to you and them and their future intentions. I almost feel like they will have a tough time navigating that blockage. Then we have a Temperance. Okay. It's almost like this person feels the need to hold themselves back, and Temperance is very internal a process where it's like through internal processes that you're working on yourself, you bring yourself into a place of balance, or you temper your emotions. You don't let one emotion get too like intense, or something that really prompts action from you. And this is like, you know, being more mature, more balanced about it all. Let me get some more cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune. With this Wheel of Fortune card, one of the things that I always notice, always notice, is how when the wheel is turning, there's one person that is falling off, and we have the King and Queen at the top, but there's always, you know, this image, like with this particular rendition of the Morgan Greer Wheel of Fortune card, that really stands out to me, this person falling off. So for some of you, I feel like even before they can intend to do something, they know that they have to either let go of another person, or, you know, feel free of the energy of their past, which definitely seems to be a looming cloud over this person's energy. And so in that regards, I feel like they are much more likely to hold themselves back from doing anything big. I mean, they might still want to stay your friend, stay in communication, but when it comes to like making any kind of like a big change in their life and yours, I feel like this person needs more time. So in that sense too, the Wheel of Fortune applies, but also like I'm getting the energy, very prominent energy of like a past relationship. So they know that they have to be out of it completely, either energetically or like literally, before they can move ahead with you. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, so the Hanged Man is, you know, things being in a limbo, not really doing much, saying much, but also at the same time, the Hanged Man position, even though it looks like very passive from the outside, it's a time where you are learning very deep, important spiritual lessons, and learning to see things from a different, like literally different perspective. And the story behind the Hangman, quickly one word about it, is that it used to be a practice like that a lot of yogis engaged in, because they believed that the life force would come from the other lower parts of the body towards the head, and that is what would cause them to like raise their consciousness or something and gain a different perspective on things, be able to look things from, you know, the higher perspective. So it was almost like a yogic, shamanic practice, which again, like from the outside, it looks like nothing is happening and looks like almost comical and confusing. Like if you were to see a person hanging upside down from a tree, well, if you're a tarot enthusiast, you might understand the Hanged Man and in all its glory, but commonly speaking, it would be quite confusing to encounter someone in this position. And so there is a lot going on, I feel like, within this person, and they know that there's a self-awareness. So they might be headed towards transformation, you know, from this Hangman energy. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have a very promising Ace of Cups card. I'm also noticing the World. Okay, so I feel like, yes, this person is going through a lot of deep, like, spiritual processes. The World can be, you know, literally raising your own consciousness or arriving at a higher consciousness. The Ace of Cups is like wanting a new beginning and, you know, wanting a rekindling of sorts of things between the two of you. But I do certainly feel like there is still some time that needs to pass before that can happen with this person. Okay, so speaking of, you know, the next 3 to 6 months, do I see like drastic kind of like actions from this person? No, not so much. Okay, so let's look at oracle cards to further clarify their future intentions, or check the energy of in their future towards you. Pile 2. Like I said, this is a light-hearted crush reading, but a lot of heavy things coming through, which tells me you're ready for that. We have peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Look at that. I'm placing this card right next to my temperance card. So I feel like feeling peaceful might also be one of the priorities with this person. Feeling its balance, harmony within themselves, and they might so want, like I said, friendship with you and keep this relationship at that level, because it feels like that is what would be, or that is what am I trying to say? That's something that your person can manage, okay? Sorry about that. I literally lost my words there, but it's something that they can manage, the friendship level of connection, I feel like. But anything deeper than that, that's going to be a while with this person. So, just a heads up, not telling you what to do, never would do that, pile 2. It's telling you as is. We have open heart, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. Wow, okay. So, like I said, there is, a conversation that this person might be willing or open to have with you. And I feel like this is what they would show you if they were to have that conversation with you. For some of you, you would notice that there's going to be limitations to that. I feel like their receptivity, but certainly, speak to you from that empathetic place maybe, and the conversation that you have with them will be both of you being vulnerable about, your past or the challenges that you've been through, or maybe even your feelings, okay? So for some of you, look at that. Definitely a conversation like that is coming. What is this? Commitment. We have marriage, promise, and fidelity. And what is this? What did this jump down? Abandoned, left out, walked away cold. Okay. So for some of you, now that we have two such contrasting cards, and because this is a general reading, I hate this. I hate this. I hate, why is Spirit doing this to me? So for some of you, I'm seeing, actually, you know what? I feel like okay, I'm gonna reel myself in, and can we put a big cancellation mark on what I just said? That this could be two different things. I don't think they are, okay? I feel like, in their past commitment and in their relationship, this is what I truly feel, okay? Is this what you wanted me to say, Spirit? You're gonna speak through me. Yeah. So in their past relationship, there might be, abandonment that this person has experienced. Like I said, for some of you, I was getting that, the spouse or the long-term partner that they had previously, they even cheated on them. Okay. So, and those actions are quite cold. So it could be that this person is not in a place where they would be open to making themselves vulnerable again for that kind of possibility, and for a while they would just want to focus on their peace. Okay, I do not think, as what I felt in the first knee-jerk moment, that for some of you this is leading to abandonment and some of you this is leading to commitment. No, it just felt so crazy. Even as I was formulating the words to say that, I was like, no, that's not what I feel. That's not what I truly feel. And then within a few seconds, Spirit was like, this is the right message. So please pardon my mental slip there. But yeah, I don't think that this is about some of you, will get a commitment and some of you will be abandoned. That's It's not the drastic feeling that I'm getting. Anyways, let's get one more card from Spirit for your person's future energies. What is going to probably happen with this person and you in the future? We have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, and a lost soul. All. Okay, so we did have the mistakes energy in the other, like, first oracle draw. So I feel like this person, there's somewhat of a victim mentality, you know, that they will have to, of course, like, we all get to that place from time to time, and it's just something that we have to heal and work on our own healing. But we all feel misunderstood. We all feel like a victim. And I certainly feel like for this person, it's coming from the past relationship and the bad experiences that they have had with this other person. But they might be nursing some of that and working through healing their own, you know, victimhood and, you know, feeling maybe lost, even lost for some time. And misunderstood. So the best, I think, approach would be in this case would be, if you want it, that is, and you can certainly decide that that's not going to be enough for you, or, you know, you're looking for something more. But I feel like what's open at this point of time is more of a friendship type of position in this person's life. And for some of you, I'm getting that they might even welcome and might even need a friend, okay? But in terms of like getting commitment or like a long-term relationship or whatnot, I don't feel like this person is even available for that at this point of time, okay? Despite the fact that they might be attracted to you, I don't think they're ready to act upon it in a real sort of a way, okay? So that is all I have for you, Pile 2. I sincerely hope that the reading resonated. It gave you the answers, the clarity, and the peace that you seek at this time. If it did help you in any way, big or small, consider leaving this video a like and consider subscribing and staying back for more future readings to come. And yeah, thank you once again for sharing your energy on my page, on my channel, and I will connect with you very soon. Take care. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. So this is for those of you that resonated with this crystal. I have forgotten the name of the crystal, but it's some kind of an agate, a smoky agate. I'm not too sure. But anyways, this crystal or this card which says tulip and great passion. So we are going to see how or if this card resonates with the rest of the reading. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but great passion, as the words imply, can talk about the presence of great passion, intense feelings, intense emotions, or going to encounter something that will ignite those feelings of great passion within you or within the other person. So we'll see how this fits into, you know, the rest of the reading, and if it does, if it doesn't. But we are going to start with your person's thoughts and feelings, and as I mentioned in the intro portion, I'm also going to take a look at their future intentions with this connection. This card jumped up. We are starting with the 10 of coins, off to a very promising start. If you know the tarot even a little bit, you know what that means. 10 of coins is a card of stability, long-term, like building a life with someone, legacy, laying down the foundation and, you know, the roots of a relationship, and like a full-fledged life. So, but we'll see how this card or what story unfolds with the rest of the cards. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to be looking at their intentions as well, sort of like what do they want to happen with you, what do they want out of this crush situation. So we'll see that too. Then we have the reversed 3 of coins. Okay. So in its upright position, the Three of Coins can talk about a desire to build something or kind of co-create with, you know, someone else and the universe, co-create some kind of life, some kind of future, sort of a future focused card, if you will. And with the reverse Three of Coins coming up, I think, you know, this is talking about, or this could be indicating like either this person does not know what the future holds, or like they're not actively like working towards a future. They kind of hope that this situation actually leads to a long-term relationship, but at this time they might not be actively pursuing it, actively like doing something towards that dream or towards that desire. I'm also getting like for some of you, you might be in the workplace or like connecting with this person in a community of sorts, or building something with them. Again, like think groups that meet with a common goal. So somebody in your circle in that sense of the term, and it could be something that is interfering with this connection's future possibility. But let's get some more cards. I certainly need a lot more clarity. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Look at that. So there's definitely romantic feelings here, and definitely a desire to further things in this connection. But as with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups is also a slow-moving energy. So it's possible that this person hasn't said much yet, also with the like reverse Three of Coins or Three of Pentacles energy. But there's certainly like romantic feelings. This person wants to communicate. They want to come forward. They want to make you an offer. They want to talk about their feelings and tell you how they feel towards you. Their, you know, how you make them feel. And it's a very, like, as I said, a sweet romantic card, like a lot of genuine feelings of love. Okay, this is interesting. This is getting interesting. Let's see. This person might be literally like falling for you. I'm getting that sense, you know, like, and viewing you as a potential long-term partner. So then we have the reversed Knight of Swords, okay, which is a good thing actually. I like seeing the reversed Knight of Swords when it comes to love or relationship readings, okay, because in its upright position, the Knight of Swords can be very reckless. Like this is someone who will act first and kind of think later. They can be very reckless with their decisions, with their actions, and I feel like this person is deliberately sort of slowing down, or life is making them slow down, in the sense that even though they might want to come in rushing with, you know, this communication and telling you how they feel, and, you know, exploring options and exploring the future together, I feel like there's something slowing down this person, or they might be deliberately slowing themselves down. And with the Knight of Swords, I feel like in the past this person has rushed into commitment, maybe, or falling for someone too soon. They might recognize themselves as a romantic person, and so they might be hesitant to repeat that pattern, because in the past, like, it has led to them getting hurt. That is also another message that I'm getting for your pile or your person's energy. So what is your person's thoughts and feelings towards you? We have the King of Wands, okay. So definitely I feel like there's a lot of desire when it comes to you, and I'm getting a very kind of, again, like great passion. Definitely speaks of, you know, this type of energy. The King of Wands energy does, I mean, where I feel like this person definitely has some sincere feelings towards you, and also like feeling very attractive towards you. I feel like very enthusiastic about this connection. I mean, this is really something who is really connected to themselves in a way that they recognize that you are someone who presents a possibility for building a long-term future here, okay? And I mean, there are these deep feelings that are present within your person, but interestingly enough, on the outside, it's not resulting in a lot of action, either in speech or expressing themselves to you or like doing something towards this connection. So let's clarify this energy because it's kind of bothering me. It feels like our king, our person, really wants this for the two of you, but there's something like that almost arrests this person in one place and like doesn't allow them to act on it. But let's see what this is. There was another message that I'm getting, which kind of would make sense given what energies we have on the table, is that for some of you, this person might be in a committed relationship, okay? And even though they have these romantic feelings towards you, they have like a lot of desire towards you, it's great that they are willing to take things slow and move slow and not be so reckless in order to just get to, or get together with you or make things happen with you. I feel like they are slowing down, and this reverse Three of Coins could be a failing marriage, literally. It's like dealing with a failing marriage or having to like navigate something with the other partner. If that is the case, I'm getting that for some of you, okay, not all of you. If that is the case, then maybe they are working on something. Like this can be figuring the details out of the divorce, of the separation, or just working on their marriage, like fixing something. And that's why, not being very active in pursuing you or pursuing this option. So for those of you that know that this person is in another committed relationship or in a long-term home family situation, then the blockages are coming from there. Okay, let's get some clarification for each of these energies. What's the Ten of Coins for pile 3's person? We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, so definitely, moving away from I'm getting a long-term connection, okay? And even if this is, this is someone, and they could be at for each of you, this could be at a very different stage. For some of you, they have just moved on from, like I said, a stable home, a family, leaving a commitment, leaving a marriage. There might be children involved, okay? And so this card, forward movement, Six of Swords, they might be still letting go of that connection, still like extracting, their energy from it, and still sort of in that process of turning to the next chapter, okay? What else? For those of you that are aware that your person is not in a relationship and has not been in the recent past, the Six of Swords can represent like actually physically moving. Like this person can be at a distance from you or have an sorry about that. Have an understanding that they have to make some major changes to their lives in order to pursue this connection, okay? Because there is a desire that this person has. They really want to come forward and act on their emotions. But I feel like the blockages, the hesitance is coming from this knowledge that they would have to make some changes, move away from something. This could also be, as I said, a physical move for some of you. Maybe they just recently moved away and therefore the dream of an established like long-term life with you, family life with you, seems like a impossibility to them for now, okay? For some of you, I'm getting this could also be like their profession, their job is the kind that, you know, makes them travel a lot. So that gives them, you know, leaves them wondering whether pursuing or talking to you about their feelings or doing something, whether it's the right move or not. But, you know, overall, I'm getting the sense that this person is just kind of like biding their time almost. It's not about whether they will come forward or not. I feel like they definitely will, but this is only a question of like when does life align in a way that makes this person feel like they are ready now to take the next steps. Okay, let me get a sip of my coffee. So very complex and very interesting. I'm very interested to get further clarification on the reverse Three of Coins. So what is this reverse Three of Coins? Why are they hesitant to actually start building something with my pile 3 person, pile 3 people? We have the Empress. Okay. So since this card has come up in the reverse, I would say that the Empress energy, again, I'm getting that vibe of like, you know, having a long-term partner in their past or in the present, and knowing that they would have to leave this relationship behind in order to move into this new relationship with you. And that's why like this third party, if you will, is kind of holding them or keeping them away from this Three of Coins upright energy, which is, you know, wanting to build something, you know, planning a future with you, or taking any kind of steps that will allow them to even like think about that possibility. Okay, so again, I'm getting that energy of somebody being already in a committed relationship. But again, if that is not what that is about, and you know that your person is not in a relationship, then I feel like your person, because of, you know, whatever circumstances that they're dealing with, in which they have to make this kind of like major shift, which is represented by the Six of Swords energy, I feel like a long-term commitment is something that they're not ready for right now. Okay, whatever that might be. For some of you, then this is talking about work situations that are getting in the way, or maybe, you know, like not feeling accomplished enough and like busy working on their career, building something like, and in a way to offer you stability, because how this person looks at you or how they feel towards you is something very serious, and they know that, you know, they want to spouse you up, like wife you up or husband you up or something like that, like offer a serious commitment. Like this is not just a fling, is not how this person sees you, and they might even know that you might not be someone who would be okay with that. Okay, so this is something that is very serious, and I feel like there's a general sense of not being prepared to offer you that, and it's still like their work in progress. Okay, they're still straightening certain things, certain aspects of their life that they need to take care of, which they might be working on. So the kind of like level of commitment, you know, in like, you know, offering you a long-term relationship and the position of a wife or a husband or what have you, whatever like your long-term relationship definitions might be for each of you, it is something serious. It's a long-term commitment, right? So there is a general sense that this person still doesn't feel like they got it and they are ready for that. Okay, let's look at our beautiful Nine of Cups energy. What is the Knight of Cups? And I mean, really, that Knight of Cups is very beautiful. I'm going to bring that card up to the camera in a second, and I love the sort of like attire, the robe that the knight is wearing. It reminds me very much of the kind of clothing you would see at Indian weddings. Anyways, this is the Six of Coins. Here. Speaking of beautiful clothing, look at that. It's black and gold number that the knight is wearing. Anyways, so Six of Pentacles in relationship reading. Six of Pentacles is a very balanced give and take, okay? So this is kind of like when both the partners feel that they will be able to match what the other person is offering or how much the other person is invested. And I kind of feel like your person does feel that, but in a way also not, or maybe like that. This is the balanced kind of place they want to get to, where they see you as an equal partner and they would be able to match what you are bringing into this situation. Which, by the way, like, I love the way that this person views you or their feelings about you, how they want to treat you, which is kind of symbolized in the Empress energy, which is absolutely beautiful and, you know, super attractive, with a lot of potential and, like, you know, wanting to make babies with you and or adopt children or whatever, like a family. I'm also seeing furry friends at the Empress's feet. So maybe for some of you, babies mean, you know, 4 babies. But this person, it's kind of like they see themselves that way, but like, it's almost like, how will I express this? They have the confidence, this is how I want to put it, they have the confidence that they will get to this place where they will be able to see themselves as your equal and somebody who can offer you everything that you're looking for, okay? That's what I mean, like, because there's definitely not a readiness that I feel from this person as yet, although, you know, they are taking the passions that they feel towards you very seriously, so there is emotional maturity here. So there's definitely a lack of, like, being up to the par as yet, but having that confidence that when they make that offer to you, when they have that conversation with you, that they will succeed, that this will go exactly how they hope and plan in their minds right now. That's the feeling that I'm getting. So what is this reverse Knight of Swords energy? This person seems to be like sitting on their plans a lot and really, like, as I said, with the reverse Knight of Swords, like wanting to do everything carefully, like not mess things up, not make the mistakes that they might have made in the past and not lose you in the process. Like, there's a fear of losing you here. But let's get the bigger context. We have the Five of Cups. Yeah, so this is coming from their past mistakes and, you know, things that have gotten wrong in the past. And there might be still some of that this person is still working through. Like, Five of Cups is the type of energy or the mindset where we are stuck on, you know, what is lost, okay? And we have the inability to see what is standing, and therefore there's more of a, you know, getting stuck in a negative headspace. So they might still be like working through some of those feelings. If you have a history with this person, then this is talking about, you know, the mistakes in the past that they have done with you, that they are afraid of doing. But they could be looking at, like I said, past relationships and other times where they have acted what they deemed recklessly and have lost something that was important to them, okay? So yeah, an energy of like working through their regrets and, you know, trying to learn their lessons and integrate them, coming from past reckless mistakes is what is coming through. What is the King of Wands energy here? What is this King of Wands? we have the Hanged Man. Yep, so our king, even though is feeling a lot, feeling a great passion and desire towards you, is not really acting a lot at this point of time. But there's one more layer to the Hanged Man energy, which is, you know, trying to wisen up in a way that you are trying to, I guess, like raise your consciousness or be able to see things more clearly or from a different perspective. So maybe our King of Wands, one of the things that they are hesitant about or hesitating because of is there is something I feel like right now worries our king, okay? And by the way, every time I say right now, what I mean is when you're watching this reading and at the time you find this reading, all my readings are meant to be timeless, so you need not bother checking the upload date on this video. But right now isn't when we are watching this reading, and the hesitation they feel, I feel like there is something or a process that they need to go through that will help align our person's action to their desires and sort of manifest that, you know, taking action and working, acting on their desires. And that will come through some wisdom that might be lacking now, if that made sense. Okay, so this person needs to gain a different perspective on something, become more wise, elevate their consciousness, which will make them feel, I feel like, even more ready. And it might be an unconscious process that might be going on within your person. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck energy. The Magician, yeah, becoming more confident. Yeah, that's what I mean. And even the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins also talks about, you know, self-confidence and knowing that you are worthy. So feelings of worthiness. Like I said, this person has the confidence, but they don't feel worthy yet of you and your beautiful energy and how they see you. So it's kind of like, I want to get like things sorted in my life where I feel like very powerful, very worthy, beautiful energy this is. And this person is, I think, going about everything in such a right way that it's almost certain that they will succeed in manifesting what they want to manifest. And I feel like what they want to manifest is this connection, is this relationship with you. So very thoughtful, and somebody who's like very focused on their growth, wants to do things right. Okay, and might be struggling right now in feeling, you know, a certain level of confidence that makes them jump up and go towards what they want. But this is what they are working towards. I feel like these both are cards that come from being ready to manifest what we desire. And for your person, I feel like, is this relationship. So that is nice to see. I'm going to get some oracle cards to get some further insight into their energy towards you right now, and then we will look at their intentions, which, by the way, you know, can be a surprising read. I wouldn't lie. Like sometimes, like having that kind of like second part to a reading really like opens up surprising news, and it's we'll see what happens. But based on what I see here, I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to get to like this person like actively pursuing you, wanting a real relationship with you. They're not playing around. So keep that in mind, Pile 1. Let's see. What are their present energies towards you, their thoughts and feelings in this connection? We have unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss. Okay, so this could be, as I said, if this is from your past, and you know, we have the energy of Five of Cups, where your person might still be focused on like the things that they did wrong or the mistakes, the regrets. Then this person definitely wants a renewal, wants to manifest you, but they might still have this feeling where they have certain unresolved things that they want to discuss and get clarity on to be able to move forward. That is what that is talking about. Or if this is not someone from your past and somebody totally new, it is something else which they view as unfinished business. Like I said, this person gives off the energy of like not being completely ready yet, but getting there. Like, I'm straightening out my life, I'm getting my ducks in a row, and I'm gonna come when I'm like super ready to come towards you, you know. We have holding back. I should have expressed myself better. So certainly the energy of somebody from your past regrets, you know, maybe they didn't get they had an opportunity in the past and they didn't say anything, or they said something but that was not right and things didn't work out in the way that they wanted. But something from a past interaction is coming through for some of you. And again, if this is not a person that you have a connection in the past with or a history with, then they are holding back because, again, I feel like they're really learning lessons of the things that they have done wrong in the past, where things have gone wrong, where they have either not expressed themselves or not said the right thing or acted in a reckless way. Like, not saying the right thing and not expressing correctly is definitely the reversed Knight of Swords energy. So it could be that, could either or. So after all, it's a general reading and I'm tapping into the collective. We have responsibilities. Look at that. For some of you, I was getting it, that they are leaving a connection behind, family, another relationship. There might be children involved. So I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. So some of them are dealing with that, and that's the present blockage. Understand that this does talk about, like, you know, what's holding them back right now, but still doesn't write over the overarching like message of the reading, which is, you know, genuinely wanting a relationship with you, wanting to manifest this connection. So, but for now, this is what is coming up as a blockage. For some of you, like I said, this is a past connection that they're needing to give up and walk away from and stop. That is what is stopping them from working on this relationship. So what is your person's energy towards you? Pile 3. Even if this is the case, I just want to say I have like a super strong feeling that for most of you, if not all of you, they're going to be able to navigate this and get to the other side. We have unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I had planned. Again, very reminiscent or like very indicative, or like goes hand in hand with the reverse Knight of Swords energy. You know, like in the past, acting recklessly, either with you or with other connections, and the outcome not being the one that they were expecting. So I feel like there's a carefulness that comes in with your person's energy, and this is what they are trying to avoid with you, an unexpected outcome out of a reckless action that they take. Okay, then we have past mistakes or mistakes. I wish I could right my wrongs. So your person definitely wishes, like, I feel like they're working on integrating, you know, the mistakes they have done, and if this is with you, again, wanting to fix those, or mistakes from their past experiences. Bottom of the deck energy, reunion. Look at that. We will always come back to each other. So even if this is somebody from your past, they definitely have not given up hope on this connection. Oh, look at that, third party. First of all, I haven't given up on this connection. There were other things that got in the way of us being together. Certainly that I want to mend our connection. So there you go. So now we are going to step away a little bit from the present energies and what their thoughts and feelings are right now, and go into a little bit into the expectations that they have, the intentions that they have with you. What do they want to see happen in this connection? Hold on, just need a sip of water. Or a sip of my coffee is what I meant to say. Delicious Tim Hortons coffee. I'm from Canada, by the way. Tim Hortons is something that runs in our bloods. So, definitely runs in mine. We have Temperance. Oops. Definitely, Temperance makes so much sense. We also have the Hanged Man that came up very quickly. But yeah, like I was saying, Temperance makes a lot of sense. I feel like this person wants to approach this connection in a more balanced way, and not rush through things. Like, this is somebody very careful, okay? They really want to keep the environment within themselves tempered, so that that reflects in their future actions. Because again, as I said, this person really doesn't want to mess up with you or make any kind of mistakes with you. They are quite worried, I would say, about that possibility. With the Hanged Man, I feel like Spirit is showing that there will be somewhat of a wait time with this person. We had the Hanged Man here until they wisen up or feel ready, okay? And they certainly will. That's the intention I feel like I'm getting that this person is putting behind, but there's still some time that you might spend waiting on actually seeing affirmative action from this person, if that makes sense. So what is your person's intentions? What do they expect to see, or what can you expect to see? We have again the Knight of, okay, this is not the Knight of Swords. We have the reversed Knight of Wands. Yeah, so certain delays with this person. Definitely, they're not getting ready or, about to put on their boots and, march over and, drastic actions. Like, again, this person, in fact, I would say is more of the Knight of Pentacles rather than being the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Rods, which are relatively faster moving knights. But with this person, there's definitely a slow moving energy. So keep that in mind. Not that I'm saying that you have to wait around till that happens. We have the Page of Cups, a desire to open the door to communication. Again, for all of you watching this, there might be different circumstances. Some of you have history, so this is rekindling, reopening that door. Starting small, baby steps, talking about the feelings, acknowledging what feelings they have for you. So take it as you will, but there's definitely a baby step approach that this person is more comfortable with right now. We also have Strength, okay? So I feel like this person, not only are they becoming a much stronger person, it's quite a positive card that Strength is in general as well to come up in a tarot reading. I feel like what they are also working on at this time is, again, very much in line with Temperance. The Strength card is all about learning to control the beast within, and that beast could be anything, something that makes us think negatively or act too fast, or our anger issues, our impulses, our knee-jerk reactions. And I think there's a level of maturity that this person is learning to imbibe and learning to grow towards with this Strength energy, where they will be more calculated with the actions, the things that they focus on. They're more in control of their own energy, and therefore that much more of a powerful manifester. It goes hand in hand with the manifesting, and it's actually kind of really important when we are trying to manifest something that is deeply important for us. Let's look at the bottom of the deck energy. We have the Page of Rods. I'm also seeing the Nine of Pentacles that we saw before, okay? So yes, baby steps with the Page of Cups, with the Page of Rods. You will see progress. progress, but Spirit is clearly showing us that it's not about to like speed up really fast. It's going to be slow and steady with this person, but I feel like they are worth the wait almost, okay? I sincerely do feel that this person does everything in such a thoughtful way that, of course, you don't have to. You might be ready for a relationship yesterday, and if that is the case, then certainly, you know, this person's availability is not on point right now. And of course, you might decide to like move away from this connection regardless of what has happened in the past or not happened. So I will leave it up to you, of course, that decision. But I feel like this person, their intentions are clear, their desires are clear, and it all looks like mostly, you know, on the side of them wanting to do the right thing and integrating lessons as they learn, becoming more wiser. So for me, I would say such an energy is worth, like, it would draw my attention, okay? But it is, of course, your final decision. Let's get some oracle cards to close off this reading. What can you expect going further into... We have exhaustion, depleted, drained, and long journey. Look at that. For some of you, Spirit is showing us that definitely, hey, I feel like this is, exhaustion could be like you noticing that your person is exhausted, but also you might get exhausted, okay, if you decide to wait for this person. Because there's a long journey ahead with this person, and like I said, it's a very slow moving energy that I'm, you know, tapping into, I feel like. So it might get a little boring, a little exhausting to wait for this person. I'm gonna actually clarify that card because I want to be very sure of the energy around it. We'll see. We have ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, and good time. Okay. So, like I said, this person, you know, your crush is your energy. What I'm getting is that they would be very slow moving, and it's possible in the time that they do make up their minds or they do become ready for a relationship, their attitude might be more, you know, let's live in the moment, let's focus on what's happening right now, the happy times, the excitement of right now. So keep that in mind. There is that, you know, immaturity of the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands that is coming through. You might find that, encounter that if you choose to connect with them or wait for the future to unfold. So not necessarily a bad thing, I would say, but, you know, keep that in mind. Then we have stress, turbulence, tension, and arguments. Okay, so there's a potential that this would cause you some stress. Pile 3, that's coming up. Okay. Or you might notice that this person is going through their own, you know, stress in their life. Either ways. Bottom of the line, any kind of interaction coming from the stressful place for either of you or for both of you, it might lead to turbulence and arguments. We also have sorrow, loss, grief, depression. So you will encounter some kind of a period of grief or a loss or feeling a little bit depressed. Wow, this is not really looking a very promising future. See, this is what I mean, like when you go into the second part, like a second segment of the same reading, things really do start turning, okay? Or this energy could represent like what your person is dealing with, which of course we saw that there is some kind of like letting go of something or of a past connection or whatever. The sorrow might still be present in their energy, okay? One last card to close off this reading. As one of my clients would say, it doesn't look like a super happy situation going in with this person, isn't it? And that is true, I have to agree. Obscurity, we have secrets, mysteries, concealing. So for some of you, this might talk about like not having clarity of where you stand with this person, okay? And that's because, again, like they are very slow moving and they might not themselves know where this is going or what's going to happen, even though I do feel like they want to manifest like ultimately a long-term connection. But I do feel with that Page of Cups and the Page of Wands energy that this maturity, this understanding comes at a slow pace with your person. So you might be dealing with some of the stress that's coming from obscurity, okay? Not knowing clearly where you stand with this person. I want to clarify the energy around exhaustion. What's the energy around exhaustion? What is this talking about? Just wanted to be certain and clear. What is this exhaustion energy? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so this is talking about, you know, if you were to decide to see something real from this person, a real like declaration of love and their feelings, I feel like waiting around for that would prove to be exhausting. There we go. Yeah. Because this person is definitely going to make you wait before they get ready for any such declarations. So I would say the best thing to do in this situation, in your situation, Pawan, actually, you know what, let me get some advice cards for you. But I kind of get the feeling that it would be best to literally not do anything and surrender and let this person, you know, figure their shit out and then see what happens, you know. But let's get some advice for you, because this is the type of reading that I, even as a reader, I hate doing, because it starts off like so promising and so great, and then we have all of this bullshit coming up. So let's see, what is the advice for pile 3? It says, I embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body. I'm receptive to her specific needs. So this is being connected to your core, connected to the present moment. And I think like when we talk about the present moment, we talk about our body's experience, or our experience as, you know, these such embodied beings, and how we are experiencing the present moment, what's unfolding right in front of our eyes in the present moment. So I feel like, again, like be present with everything that you're feeling and as you're interacting with this person, without really focusing on the future. That is of importance here. And the second thing, of course, I don't think that this is talking about, you know, you having like any kind of issues around your physical beauty. But if that is the case, you know, work on healing that, focus your energy there. Somehow, of course, that seems to be connected with what's happening in this relationship. But I think connecting with your body and embracing it, and really getting in touch with everything that you're feeling in the moment, is about present moment awareness. Then we have inner wellspring. I have an inner wellspring of love that luxuriously overflows with abundance. Again, be remaining connected to yourself and your inner being, your higher self. I'm also kind of getting the sense, you know, like stay connected to your intuition. That's going to be the biggest guide. And, you know, you literally don't have to listen to this tarot reading or any other to tell you what you need to do in this situation. But your inner guidance, it will be more than enough. Then we have your soul's truth. or soul's truth, and it says, I listen to my soul's simple truths and allow my life to unfold naturally. This is very much what I was talking about. Like, the best thing to do would be to allow things to unfold naturally, you know, sort of live in a state of surrender, of having let go, and not having, like, you know, specific, not being too attached to a specific outcome with this person. So, and if this is just a crush, you might be like shaking your heads at this point of time. And look at the beauty of this card. It's just so absolutely beautiful. I really want to dress up exactly like this, with like butterflies and sunflowers and the beautiful like cape. Wow. Anyways, it says, infinite self, my infinite self dwells in the sweetness of this very moment. Again, being very present with this person, not being too hung up on one particular outcome. Yeah, that I would say is like the best advice that there could be. And follow your intuition. It would be a good place to receive guidance from when dealing with this person's energy. Okay, so there you go. That's was for those of you that could have used some advice, could have used some help. And a bittersweet reading. Like I said, it started off like on a really high note, but it does feel like this person has a long way to go. I would admit that, regardless of how much they are desiring a relationship with you, they still have a lot of work to do on themselves. Okay, so there you go, pile 3. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you gained the clarity that you were looking for, the answers, the peace that you were seeking at this time. And if this reading helped you in any way, big or small, consider leaving this video a like, and consider subscribing and staying back for more future readings to come. And hopefully I will connect with you very soon. Bye.